Only in Kentucky could one small county help spark white burley tobacco from seed, fight a street-to-street Civil War battle that burned downtown buildings, and launch what Methodists called the first established Methodist college in the whole world. Hi, I'm Michael. I want to teach you a little bit more about Kentucky, one county at a time, all 120 of them. And today we're talking about Bracken County. Bracken County was formed in 1796 from Mason and Campbell counties. It was named for William Bracken, an 18th century explorer whose name was tied to the Big Bracken and Little Bracken creeks. The county began along the Ohio River and stretched inland over rolling ground. The county seat today is Brooksville, although Augusta is the largest town on the river, and it came first. After the Revolution, Captain Philip Buckner received land and used it to start a river town. And in 1790, he moved families here and deeded 600 acres to town trustees. And by the way, he most likely named it after his own home, Augusta County in Virginia. County government lived in Augusta early on, but that changed. In 1833, officials moved their operations inland to Woodward's Crossing for a more central spot. The legislature made it official in 1839, renamed Woodward's Crossing to Brooksville for State Senator David Brooks, and that's the seat today. Education took off early in Bracken County. In 1799, lawmakers chartered Bracken Academy. In 1822, Augusta College opened in town. Methodists called it their first established college in the world. It drew students from both sides of the river until mid-century divisions and finances shut it down completely. And then a fire destroyed one of its buildings in 1856. If you do want a quick way to feel the county's age, ride the Augusta Ferry, because people have been riding that service on the Ohio River since 1798. It still runs daily, and it's one of the oldest ferry services on the Ohio River. Bracken County in the 1800s grew crops and kept livestock like most of northern Kentucky, but tobacco became number one. In 1864, growers across the river planted seed that came from Bracken County and realized it cured into a lighter leaf that became white burley. And by 1867, thousands of pounds were being sold in city markets, and the style spread across central Kentucky and Tennessee. The whole tobacco industry shifted because of seed that started in Bracken County. The county also produced people who shaped Kentucky thinking, however. John Gregg Fee was born there in 1816, and he became Kentucky's best-known abolitionist, and he founded Berea College, which opened after the Civil War with interracial and coeducational admissions. Fee's work connected Bracken County to one of the state's most important educational stories. Medicine has a claim there, too, in Bracken County. Dr. Joshua Taylor Bradford of Augusta trained at Transylvania, practiced along the river, and became a mid-19th century pioneer surgeon at a time when abdominal surgery was still rare and risky. He also helped lead the Home Guard during the Civil War. The Civil War brought fighting to the riverfront. On September 27, 1862, Colonel Basil Duke, John Hunt Morgan's brother-in-law, rode into Augusta with several hundred Confederate cavalry. Local Home Guard units fought from brick buildings near the river. Street combat broke out, fire spread, and accounts say about 20 homes and businesses burned during the action. Confederate casualties mounted, and plans to push towards the Ohio were dropped. After the war, the river kept the county connected. The ferry never stopped. Stores and small industries ebbed and flowed with the market. One of the towns, Germantown, on the Bracken-Mason line, kept its small-town pace. It was surveyed in 1794, got a post office in 1870, and today still straddles two counties. Augusta also became closely linked to the Clooney family. Rosemary Clooney was born in nearby Maysville and bought a home on Riverside Drive in Augusta in 1980 as a quiet base between tours and film work. Her house now operates as a museum with rooms dedicated to her career, including a large White Christmas collection. Her brother, journalist Nick Clooney, and his wife Nina moved to Augusta in the mid-1970s and made it home. Their son, George Clooney, spent his teen years there, attended Augusta High School, and played basketball and baseball. The museum also includes exhibits on Nick and George, by the way. Bracken County is part of the Underground Railroad story, too. Because the riverbank here sits opposite of Free Ohio, people use the Augusta Reach to plan crossings. Heritage groups point to the county and town as a passage point for enslaved people seeking freedom in Ripley and other Ohio communities. That river distance looks small. The risk certainly was not. The Bracken County Courthouse stands in Brooksville, the seat since 1839. Augusta's riverfront keeps its 19th century feel, and the Riverside Drive Historic District ties together those brick fronts and old houses that witnessed the Civil War fight in the steamboat era. There are state historical markers across the county that point to the big themes: county formation, first white burley seed, and Augusta College, plus the lives of Fee and Bradford, as already mentioned. Today, economically, Bracken County is what you'd expect for a rural Ohio River county in 2025. Farming remains. Some residents commute for manufacturing, healthcare, education, and logistics jobs in nearby counties and across the river. Small businesses in Augusta and Brooksville serve locals and visitors too, of course. If you visit, park on Riverside in Augusta, ride the ferry, walk the riverfront, look for what remains tied to Augusta College. If you like Civil War sites, follow the local walking tour of the 1862 battle blocks and the cemetery markers tied to that day. Then drive down Kentucky 10 to Brooksville and loop down towards Germantown. It's all close by and the drives are quick. That said, I'm sure some folks can give you better advice on what to do and where to go in the comments, of course. So that's Bracken County. What'd I get wrong this time?